Hello and welcome to the Astral Guide. I'm Shireen and I'm going to talk a bit about some planets and things that we see in the astral and what they can mean. So recently I had a very interesting dream that involved planets, and I drew it down, I wrote it down, and I just did a quick sketch to show you. So planets are alive, as we know, and if we don't, we should, just the way planet Earth is alive. We can communicate with planets in the subconscious. We can communicate with them through meditation. We probably communicate with them more often than we know. And a lot of this is being talked about online recently, I've noticed. It's been spoken about more. All the AI and the new life, all that stuff is starting to come to the surface. So planets can mean all sorts of things, and how we see them and what they're saying to us. And I would love to speak to an astrologer about this. Somebody who's very well versed in the planets, because I'm not. I don't know much about astrology at all. I know very little. But I get a lot of intuitive messages, and I get them way ahead of time, as usual. So I would be very interested in speaking to somebody about this to see what their perspective is on what it is that I'm seeing, to piece it together. But anyway, just recently, I'd say 2 weeks ago, I saw something which was very strange. And I've had a number of planetary interactions, both awake and asleep. And that's very hard to describe to certain people, but if you know, you know. Some people can have awake astral projection for moments, or if you're under an influence, like if you're drinking, if you're doing something, a substance, it's magic mushrooms, it's something psychedelic, it doesn't matter what it is. A substance is a portal. And depending on where you're at the time, it's going to expand your frequency. It's going to expand the lens you're already seeing through. That's why people have a bad trip or a good trip, or they see things that they can't really explain. It's the same thing with a dream. By the time you wake up, it's like a trip. Your mind shrinks back to size, so you can only take back so much information. It's just exactly the same thing with any kind of a trip. You want to, I know I've heard a lot of people talk about this with DMT, and they want to bring back as much information as they can, but we can't, because by the time we get back here, the mind can only it starts to shrink again, so it can only carry so much information. Now, this can be trained to do more over time, because the more the mind expands, the more capacity we have. So that's just something I wanted to explain, because it's important in regards to planetary information, extraterrestrial, whatever, different frequencies. Okay, it's just different frequencies. So I will go into the other one again, but this one was just a few weeks ago, and I drew just a little picture, and I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, so this here says alien, AI. This is Earth, and this is another much smaller version of this. Okay, and that's the direction in which they were going. Okay, that's the direction, right? So this is the cosmos, basically, right? The whole cosmos. And this was lining up with planet Earth and with this smaller planet. So I believe what was happening was, I believe they were coming together here, like this, joining together. That's why I drew the line going this way, this way, this way, and this way. And over here, I was above the cosmos in my bedroom. Okay, so I wrote bedroom here. Okay, so just try and bear this in mind. This is a very strange, very big dream. So I was sitting in my bedroom, and this was above the cosmos, which makes no sense, I know. But that's a sign of security, and it's a sign of the higher mind, above, higher perspective, very high perspective, and seeing something coming, basically. Something is coming. And it's something that, and it's 3 as well, which is something that makes me at ease. And it's a completion. 3 is a completion. So I was sitting in my bedroom. I was staring in the mirror, and here's another dead giveaway. And I was looking at my reflection in the mirror. I was doing my eyeliner, only for my reflection was not me. It was Lady Gaga. I don't know why, but she was staring back at me. Now, obviously, I have a lot of admiration for her, and celebrities mean all sorts of things in the dream field, and that's another video. But she was staring at me, and she was doing her eyeliner, and as I was speaking, she was talking. It was just complete mirror work, in a sense. And she was telling me about the path that I had taken before, that it wasn't the right path. I was supposed to go the other way. And that the universe had made sure that I'd gone the other way, not that way. Now, I've seen this come up in my life many times, because I've had a natural wild streak in me my whole life, and a disciplined side in me my whole life, which is, it's strange. Like, I can tame it just like that when I want to do something, but I used to be I'd get easily swayed into being wild. And I think she has a bit of that too. I can relate to her in ways of music. I can relate to her in ways of chronic pain. And I believe that she has a very powerful soul that she's probably going to do, or she wants to. She's definitely got the potential to do more than use her platform for music, which she might do, she might not do, but she certainly has the potential. And she's a very strong figure, very strong. So that for me was very good. That was a very positive vision to see in the dream. But whilst this was happening, we're above the whole cosmos, and I'm looking down on I'm sitting on my bedroom floor, which I can see through. It's just it was just a comfort in the subconscious for me to feel safe, your room, so that you don't feel projected out into space too much. I've been there in dreams, and it's very scary sometimes when it's like being on a trip. So I was just looking at these planets, and I was like, what is going to happen here? Why are these 3 planets merging together? And there was a bit of an eerie feeling, but I kept saying to myself, don't even worry about it. There's nothing to worry about. It's already meant to happen. They were like magnets, literally pulling together from one end to another. And it was very unusual to be sitting above that, looking in a mirror, okay? And since then, there's been a lot more talk about AI. There's more talk about Elon. There's more talk about other things. And I don't keep up with it properly, but I hear other people speak about it. So I've been sensing in the collective that there's been a lot of fear. I've been saying it to my mother. I've been saying it to other people, that there's a lot of fear in the... there's a lot of fear in the subconscious because of all this new change that's headed our way, and it's already here as well. Like that little baby planet is something like that's already been here the whole time, and this big one was like the mother coming to get the child. And I knew it was like keeping a watch on things. And I know this sounds really conspiracy-ish, but that's the subconscious for it. Doesn't care, and it's so bloody creative. It's amazing. I'm fascinated with how creative it is, and the way it speaks and the way it shows us things. Also, when we see planets like this, is we're hitting different levels. We're starting to go into different realms. There's a lot in this dream. I've seen Venus before as well. I've seen the planet Venus, Jupiter, and Mars, and those were in very, very difficult times of my life, and I was spoken to, like a voice came out of the planet, and I was spoken to, and I was given information that I did not have beforehand. I just didn't have it. So as crazy as this may sound, I don't care, as crazy as it may sound, it will make sense later. And that's the way it always works with the subconscious. You just have to sit and wait for the thing to tie up, for the loose ends to tie up. And I just thought that that's very, very powerful. The mirror could also represent, doesn't have to be her, it can represent somebody on a soul level that I'm connecting to in the astral first, before I'm actually connecting with them here, because this was, it wasn't even manifested, it was in the cosmos, so has to, like I say, get manifested here after the dream. So if anybody has seen anything, please tell me. Please write in the comment section. Tell me if you're seeing anything about planets, if you're seeing anything about frequencies, whatever it is. There's nothing too strange or too boring in the astral. You'd be surprised, the most simple thing, what they mean, and the most big or so-called bizarre. I know I use the word strange and odd, but it's just for reference. There's no such thing. There's only dreams, there's only messages, there's only frequencies. We need references, so I use whatever ones I can. So let me know in the comment section if you've seen anything, or if you feel like you've learned something. And don't be afraid to speak about it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a higher level of intelligence. It's a higher consciousness. A lot more people are connecting to this now. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are dreaming a lot differently than they used to be now that we're in different energy. And this Aquarius energy will be drawing a lot of that from people's subconscious. No doubt about it. So let me know. So this is part 4 of Dream Series 4. And I will continue to add more to the series. If you like the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. If you're looking for a personal reading, you can contact me. All the ways to contact me are in the description box below. And thank you so much for your support, and I will see you soon. Thanks.